Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. It's nice to have a return appearance from our friends from Dynamic Inclusive Dance, often known as Wheelchair Dancers Organization. Joining us is Stephanie Nichols-Rodas. How you doing, Stephanie?
Hi, Drew. I'm doing amazing. I'm happy to be here today.
We always like it when you come in the studio. Your big, infectious smile rubs off on everyone. You're joined by your colleague, Dorothy Howard. She's the board secretary and a volunteer dancer for the organization. How you doing, Dorothy?
Oh, I'm just fine, thank you, and thank you for having us.
We love to have you folks. Got such great content to share and such an important organization. I'll start with you on this, Dorothy. How long you been with the group?
I started with wheelchair dancing in 2010.
What motivated you?
I had a mutual dance friend that was familiar with the organization, and he introduced me to it, and I was hooked when I first saw it.
Very, very good. And then have you brought other people also into the organization and got them involved?
Yeah. We try to recruit as many as possible, especially volunteers, to help out with the participants in the wheelchairs.
Right, exactly. What's the mission of the organization?
The mission of our organization, we're basically full board committed to creating an inclusive dance community for individuals no matter their age, ability, or dance experience. This is to enhance the mind, body, and spirit through the transformation of the power of dance. And I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks are, and we love talking to Stephanie. And then, Stephanie, just for a recap for the folks who may have not heard your previous, interviews, talk to us about, what happened to you, what got you in this wheelchair, and your unbelievable resilience and your zest for life.
Thank you so much, Drew. Well, I had a spinal cord injury back in 2017. I had a car accident. I've talked about Rage Road before, so that's kind of what happened to me. I've worked with spinal cord injury foundations, and now I'm working with Wheelchair Dancers Organization. I met them, I think, 3 years ago in an event while I was networking, and I just fell in love. I just saw people in wheelchairs, and one of the things that have been always a light in my life has been dancing since I was very, very young. When my accident happened, I thought that was lost. Even though no matter how I moved, even if it was my eyes. And the minute I met Beverly and I saw her light, Beverly is the founder of the foundation.
Right.
When I saw her light, I just knew I was hooked by somehow. It took me a couple of times to reach out and say, okay, I want to dance and how can I be of service? And last year we had the opportunity, my husband and I, to be involved and dancing in the ballroom. That was definitely a dream come true, my Cinderella story right there.
Right.
And we also got a chance to dance a Latin solo standing in my wheelchair for the first time. And after I looked all over YouTube and stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm one of the first ones that ever did that.
Wow.
So this foundation has my heart, it has my light, and I really want to allow people to know about it because it's life-changing. It's truly life-changing to be able to be part of a group, to be able to dance. I was telling Dorothy earlier, when I dance in this chair, I just feel my wheels moving as if they're my legs, and it just makes a whole difference. And even if you see it on video, I am dancing. I am rolling. I am being a part of a group, and I want everybody to be part of it.
Well, it's quite inspiring every time we talk to you, and whatever the message is, it's something that I think everyone certainly can look to and say, listen, there's much more life to go. Obviously, certainly what happened to you, not good, but you said that's not going to be the end for me. I'm going to continue to do other things, and I'm going to still have as full a life as I can. And of course, what an inspiration. And Dorothy, you must feel the same thing every time you're with Stephanie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel that with anybody that gets in a wheelchair and is able to dance. It's liberating. It's exhilarating. It's artistic. It's something that, people think they can't do anymore. And there's no reason why anybody can't dance, anybody at all.
Right. Talk a little bit about, certainly we know how that can certainly improve body strength, of course, just by the nature of moving around. There's no question about it. But talk about how that, also supports the mind and the confidence and everything that goes with the mental aspect.
Right. And actually, scientifically, dance is one activity that does that. It promotes the mind to expand. It promotes core body strength so that the person that, has sustained some weakness because of an injury, they get better strength in their body and the spirit is lifted up. So it actually addresses all three things. The mind, it makes you think, it makes you understand what you have to do, and then you coordinate that with the choreography. You also have to coordinate that with your partner because you're dancing with a partner, and so it's a collaborative effort. And that's even when you don't have a disability or you are not able-bodied. When you dance with a partner, you really have to concentrate on how you're going to do it and how you're going to express yourself. So this is one thing that anybody can do, no matter their disability or no matter how they, if they have any physical problems or sight problems or hearing problems, anybody can get in dance.
I want to talk a little about the mental aspect of it, and I'll toss to you on this one, Stephanie, and you can add to it, Dorothy. Certainly that works with the person who is in the wheelchair. We understand that. But I got to imagine, and your husband's been wonderful to, come and join you in the studio when you were on this interview with our Spotlight show. But it's got to be uplifting to him. It's got to be uplifting to everybody else when they see what you're doing. Talk about that.
Well, when I go out in life, I really don't think about what I do for others. I just like to share what I see with my heart, and if I can get out there in that floor and I can get my husband to dance with me and to be part of it, and it's just healing. I've been struggling with mental health myself this year. Pretty much. It's been a very hard year for myself.
You were saying that, right?
And to keep myself positive, it's like I went adaptive flying not too long ago after a hospital stay just to shake it off because I was just freaked out about everything. And then I go back to my class, and my dance, and it's going back to family, going back to the people that don't matter if you weren't able to go 2 times to a class, they'll make sure that you catch up. Seeing my husband dance and dancing with others and sharing that light that he also has. And those dance floors, like you would just have to be there to truly understand, and I would love you to be part of one of our dances one day.
I've got 3 left feet, and so I'm not so sure I'd probably trip over and trip your husband for God's sake on it. But no, you know what? I'd be honored to come and watch that. And what I mean by that, we talk about this quite a bit on our show, whether it's focusing on people that have spinal cord injuries, or those who are Alzheimer's, or those who have some tough diseases, Huntington's disease or whatever. Yes, we know when you have a support system that helps the person. But but it helps the family and the people around them, and it just uplifts the spirit. And that's why I brought up your husband, of course, who was with you shoulder to shoulder, but anybody in your network. So I know you maybe not focus on that. You focus on some other things, but I think it's really, really critical. We're chatting with Dorothy Howard. She's the board secretary and volunteer dancer for Dynamic Inclusive Dance, joined by her colleague Stephanie Nichols-Rodas, also a board member and dancer, frequent guest on our Spotlight show. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community. We are the nation's longest running community podcast. We're in our 19th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. 6 decades of doing great things for folks who live in San Diego County, whether it's food insecurity, whether it's homelessness, whether it's financial literacy. They are there shoulder to shoulder on this. I'll start with you on this, Dorothy, and then you can add to it, Stephanie. Do you folks have any events coming up? Do you have fundraisers?
Yes, we do. We've had a yearly fundraiser for the past several years, and we're having our next one October 5th from 12 to 3. The doors open at 11 a.m. for a silent auction. Normally, we had in the fundraisers in the past, and we've done our showcase. It's been a free event. This year, we are planning on charging a minimal amount, like $5 per person if they register ahead of time. So it's not, a huge amount, but it does help contribute to our organization.
What's the name of the event? Is there a name for the event?
Yes, it's called
Soar and Shine.
Yes.
It's called Soar and Shine.
Soar and yeah.
Soar and Shine?
Soar and Shine.
Okay.
It's had a name change a couple of times, but I like that. I think that's real. I think that describes exactly what it is. It's soaring and it's shining what people can do.
And where's it going to be?
It's going to be at Champion Ballroom.
Okay.
And that's at let me get that. Yeah, it's 4255 Ruffin Road.
Okay.
And there's plenty of parking. It's called the Champion Ballroom Academy.
Very, very good. And from when to when?
It's from 12 to 3, but it opens at 11. We have a silent auction so that people can just bid on what they would like.
Are you looking for continued silent auction items, or are they all filled up?
Oh, no, we'd love to have more silent auction items.
Okay, how about sponsors? You looking for sponsors?
Yeah, we always look for sponsors. Right now, I can't tell you exactly who that is.
Okay.
We've had lots of sponsors in the past, so we just...
Is there a website people can go to? What's the website?
Oh, yeah. You can go to www.dynamicinclusivedance.org, or you can go onto Wheelchair Dancers Organization.
Right, exactly. So that is October the 5th, Soar and Shine. It's going to be from 12 to 3, 11 o'clock doors open, and the Champion Ballroom. I believe that's in Kearny Mesa, if I'm not mistaken, off Ruffin Road.
Yeah, it's just west of 15 off Ruffin Road.
Yeah, that sounds great. How many of these have you folks done? Is this the first one, second one, 10th one?
No, this is, I have to think back. We've been 3... It's got to be about 7 years now.
Have you, Stephanie, have you participated in this one before?
Only once, last year.
How'd you like it?
I loved it.
Okay.
I really loved it. And like Dorothy said, I could also see a lot of progress in my body. When I started dancing the ballroom with my husband, I was barely able to hold my core. And by the time we were doing the performance, I was just rolling in a manual wheelchair on my own. I was pretty impressed.
Now, with this event, will there be a band? Is there music?
Yeah, we have music, but it's not a band.
Right.
Okay.
But are there different types of dances?
Yes.
Are people doing the cha-cha? Are they doing...
There's several different venues of dance that will be presented.
Different types, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's at least probably 10 different dances.
Really?
And it's like Dorothy said, it's people of all abilities. We even have a very, very awesome, I think it's 50 plus ladies dancing. And oh my God, they are. And
are they all in wheelchairs?
Nope.
Okay, right. So this is for anybody who wants to dance.
That's what we want. We want to be dynamic, inclusive dance is what the whole new perspective. It's not only people in the wheelchairs.
Right.
It's the whole community. It's bring your mom, bring your dad, bring your daughter. You can still dance together. We just had an event this past Saturday with my husband. And I was telling Dorothy, we were in an event at Adaptive Sports with probably 50 people in the wheelchairs, and a crew of Dynamic Inclusive. We were doing our country dance, and suddenly everybody just joined the dance to do the country line dancing, and it was just amazing how happy and how joyful can dancing be for all. So that's why we want to kind of like not focus only in the wheelchairs, because truth is diagnosis is for everyone, and it can be and can hit every other person any day. Today you can get ALS, MS, you can just
Right.
get in a car accident. So it's a safe place. I really believe that something really strong in my heart right now, and that it's been going in my mind through days, is that through this 8 years of my spinal cord injury, if something I've learned is that community is in the new survival system. And that's why we're here asking for donations. That's why we're here asking for people to join us, volunteer. No matter what you do, it's helping.
Yeah, we come back from break. We want to talk more about that, about the October 5th Soar and Shine. Again, it's 12 to 3 p.m. at the Champion Ballroom. Be a silent auction. A lot of dance going on. I want to talk about some of the more dances that'll be there. Maybe the twist or some country western dances. Who knows the rumba? I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, because I certainly don't. When we return with Dorothy Howard, board secretary and volunteer dancer for Dynamic Inclusive Dance, joined by her wonderful, phenomenal colleague, Stephanie Nichols-Rodas. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. We will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast in our 19th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. 6 decades of doing great things for people that live in San Diego County. We are thrilled to have back in the studio with us our friends from Dynamic Inclusive Dance, Stephanie Nichols-Rodas, a board member, joined by her colleague Dorothy Howard, the board secretary, talking about one of their fundraising events coming up on October the 5th, Soar and Shine from 12 to 3 in the Champion Ballroom up in Kearny Mesa. I'll start with you on this, Dorothy, and then pivot over to Stephanie. Do you folks offer classes at all?
Yes.
Talk about that.
We offer free ballroom dance classes on Wednesday from 10 to 11 at Park de la Cruz, which is right off 40th and University Avenue. Those are free for anyone to attend. There's other dance venues that we participate in. There's some Zoom dance venues, and usually there's just a nominal charge if you participate in that. Many instructors. We have different instructors with different venues of dance, and a lot of times we try to do it on Zoom, especially during COVID.
Right.
We did everything on Zoom. We even had our fundraiser on Zoom. So we had pretty good attendance, and that's one of the features that people that are in wheelchairs or out of the San Diego County area. They like to be able to participate, and they can do that on Zoom where they can't maybe actually do it in person. So that's an advantage to having Zoom. And it was very successful when that happened during COVID.
Right. Now, Stephanie, you talked about how important it is to have volunteers to help you folks out, right? What are some of the roles that volunteers play? Certainly they can help out in events and all that. What else can they do?
Well, they can also dance with people that need a partner. They can, what else they can do? Well, help us with the events, help us with the donation recollection, help us with sharing the information, social media, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, see our videos, share us out. That's kind of like we need more people to know about us. Wheelchair Dancers Organization started in 2008, and it's one of the first organizations that ever started the wheelchair dancing with people. Now we're moving into pretty awesome stuff. Now we're moving into line dancing classes, and then we're moving into the Zoom classes that Dorothy's saying, that are actually conducted by Steffi, and she's doing right now a ballet for us. And it's only like right now they're charging, I believe, $15 for 4 classes on Zoom, and it's an hour, 50 minutes each. So I think it's pretty fair. But we also have the options of that if people cannot afford those $5, $10, we can also give the scholarships for them to join and dance.
Right. Now, do you work with other partners at all? Are there organizations you work with, adaptive sports organizations, or are there different groups that you work with as well?
Well, right now, I'm kind of like working at the outreach program.
Okay.
So I'm trying to work with foundations like Tramp Foundation, sharing the information through my community, Adaptive Impact, Adapt Movement, Renew Health, and just sharing like both ways. As a business, you can donate, you can help, and then as a person, you can come dance with us and make this. We like to perform. We were able to perform in Del Mar Fair, and I think that's something that people would like to be included.
Right. And Dorothy, are there products that need to be donated? I mean, are wheelchairs something that needs to be donated? Not necessarily. Or other types of things that the organization can use?
Well, Sharp was very generous in that we had a grant and we were able to purchase wheelchair specific dancing wheelchairs. So we have quite a few of those that we do. And we have someone that maintains the maintenance on them. The hardest thing really sometimes is transportation. We do provide in the MTS bus, we'll pick up people and then bring them to classes. And we do provide remuneration for that, because our core group oftentimes is under, financial
challenges, right?
Challenges, yes.
Right.
And so we try to assist that way if that comes up. Just like Stephanie said, if when they want to participate, it's really too expensive for them, we try to accommodate that by, that's part of the fundraising thing, that we can provide access to that.
Right. So for those that are out there listening, if they have vans, their personal vans or whatever, that could help transport folks, that's important.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah. But it would be nice to have a van to be able to take the equipment and when we went to Del Mar or when they went to Oceanside.
Right.
It would be nice, yes, to have a van that you could.
Have you asked for that for a sponsor to buy a van for you?
Not yet, but we're always open for it.
Yeah. What I would do is I would encourage, maybe work with an auto dealer and who, many of them sell vans and all that business. And who knows, maybe they want to sponsor one and give it to you folks. They can slap their name on it and it can be used to transport folks in their wheelchairs.
Yeah, we'd have to have one that would have a lift,
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
I know. There's I think it's Golden Boy that has the vans that are specific for handicap or the non-able-bodied community.
Right.
And of course, Stephanie's husband has one that.
Right, exactly. But we need more than just Stephanie's husband,
Right.
supporting this. Is it on your website? Do you have here's some things that we need on our website? Van, volunteers, donations. Do you have a big ask button? I hope you have on your website. If
we
not,
always ask for volunteers, yes, and we ask for donations.
Okay.
Specifically for Van, no. We don't have anything.
So I expect next time I see you folks, you're going to have that on there. It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't cost any money to put it up there.
I'm pretty sure the listener is listening to us right now, and they'll contact us directly.
100%. And
remember.
And what's the website again to get a hold of you?
dynamicinclusivedance.org or Wheelchair Dancers Organization.
Right. Now, are you finding out now, you've been on several times, Stephanie, chatting about this. Are you gaining more folks that are involved? Are you getting more sponsors? Are you getting more people that are volunteering? Is it growing, I hope?
I really think it is. I'm reaching out to a lot of people, and we have gotten good response. They're donating gift cards, donating raffle baskets. A lot of people are starting to learn about us. And most likely, another thing that I like is that, in a personal side, as a not board member, as a dancer, it's giving me good relationships and it's giving me new friendships. I have another couple, Andres and Susie. They're dancers. He also has spinal cord injury, and they have been of good support. And it's been fun to have that friendship, So I encourage people to get out there, just to be a person, a human, a normal, We don't have to be stuck in our bedrooms. There's people out there like us, and there's a lot to find us.
Well, you're certainly the poster child for someone that wants to thrive in life and all this. We're chatting with Stephanie Nichols-Rodas. She is a board member and a dancer for Dynamic Inclusive Dance, joined by her colleague Dorothy Howard, board secretary, and also a dancer with this organization. We've been chatting about their October 5th Soar and Shine. It'll be in the Champion Ballroom in Kearny Mesa from 12 to 3. They said there's going to be 10 different types of dances, right? So are you going to, we went through some of this. Is there going to be cowboy dance? Is there going to be like a cowboy polka? Is there going to be line dancing? We're not quite sure what's going to be on the agenda.
Well, we're planning on doing a cha-cha routine and choreographed cha-cha routine. Culture Shock is another dance studio that's going to be performing. And we also have a line dance, a country western line dance, which the audience can participate in.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And then there's each individual instructor has their own expertise in a certain type of dance. And so they are incorporating that with the students. So there'll be a large variety in any showcase, any dance showcase. If you've ever been to a dance showcase, around the venues that are in San Diego, they usually highlight, their students dancing, and they highlight the instructors also. So each instructor kind of has their little niche that they're really excel at, and then they teach the students that particular dance. So it's not strictly one thing; it's a variety of things. That's what makes the showcase so interesting. And I think a lot of people don't realize that it's as good a showcase as anything is done professionally at some of the other dance studios, to highlight their students. They think, they have a tendency, wheelchair dancing, what's that? And all I can tell you is there's nothing like seeing people who are in a wheelchair and can do everything that a stand-up person can do. Maybe with a little, not quite as much ease as, say, if you don't, but they can do it. And it's if you think of the person that I can get up in the morning and I can get dressed and out the door in 15 minutes. People who need the wheelchair or need some type of assisted device, they can't do that. And you have to be a lot of admiration for people that spend a lot of time getting ready to come to class for an hour, because it means getting transported there, getting transported home. It's not like you can pick up and whoosh out the door, Right. So when you have people that are dedicated and spend a lot of time to just do that hour, I admire them so much. I've been around so many of them for so long, and every time I'm there, I keep thinking, if I was in the same predicament, would I respond like Stephanie's responding? Or a friend of mine who was Wanda, who was great in a wheelchair, would I respond the same way with that uplifting, able to continue with life despite the hardships that...
Well, that's why there's inspirational folks like Stephanie that would encourage you to do that. All right, I'll start with you on this, Dorothy, and then go over to Stephanie. What's your favorite dance?
My favorite dance right now is Argentine tango. But I started...
Will you be doing that on the 5th?
No, probably not. I did with Wanda, who's no longer with us, but she passed away. But I did do a routine with her. I took her to my instructor, and we did one and did it at one of the showcases. Okay,
so yours is the Argentine tango. Stephanie, what's your favorite dance?
My favorite dance, I'm gonna say,
is the one with your husband, of course.
All the time.
We know that. But is there a certain style you like the best?
I like jazz a little bit, Latin music. Okay. Most of us.
Okay.
So we might do a tango this year.
Might do a tango this year. Okay, very good. I probably got to look at my calendar and clear that so I can sit there and watch you do the tango with your husband.
I would love to see you.
Oh, my goodness. You don't want me on the dance floor. I'll tell you that right now. That would be raising havoc and all that stuff. So I'll start with you on this, Stephanie, and then go over to Dorothy. Any final comments? What can we do for you?
So please go into Instagram, follow us, let all the people that you know about us. And just join us. Join us. I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed. And if you can donate anything, feel free to contact me. My email is stephanie@dynamicinclusivedance.org. More than happy to speak to you folks, to anyone about my story, about this amazing foundation. And let's do this an amazing Shine and Soar showcase.
Very, very good over there, Dorothy. Any comments?
Well, the one comment I wanted to make was I had a longtime student who summed up a comment that was like an epiphany for me. She said to me, the reason she was in this organization was, she says, I want people to see me and not just the chair. I really feel our organization of volunteers and teachers demonstrates the goal of our mission and why it means so much to keep the organization growing.
Well, that pretty much says it all. So I really encourage everyone to go to the website, look up Dynamic Inclusive Dance. If you're available on October 5th, sign up for their Soar and Shine event. We love having you folks on. And we can't talk enough about the great work that you're doing, the inspirational work you're doing for everybody, whether they're wheelchairs or not. And continue your great smile and all that you do, Stephanie. You're an inspiration to me, and we love having you folks on. Dorothy, it's a pleasure meeting you, and just really hope you enjoy a phenomenal event on the 5th. We know we'll have you back on somewhere down the road. And to our listeners, we hope you enjoyed the interview.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.